Gotta eat healthy for sure, man, you know.
K-100 Radio.
I told my girl just have patience with me. I'm trying to get us to the top. I just need you to wait. Man, make her proud. I wanna be there for my kids so they can smile. I've been down the road, I was gone for a while. I'm trying to come up for all the years I was down. I just wanna take care of my mama and make her proud. I wanna be there for my kids so they can smile. I've been on the road doing show for a while. Told my girl be patient, stay loyal and hold it down. I just wanna take care of my mama and make her. I wanna be there for my kids so they can. I've been on the road, I was gone for. I'm trying to come up for all the years I was down. I just wanna take care of my mama and make her proud. I wanna be. I've been on the road doing show for a while. Told my girl be patient, stay loyal and hold it down. I've been on the road, I was gone for. I've been on the road, I was gone for. I've been on the road, I was gone for.
When you think of K-100 Radio, we got it on lock with classic hip-hop and R&B.
We taking you back in the day.
24/7 on your radio.
LL Cool J, Ice Cube,
Lauryn Hill,
Snoop D-O Double G, Outkast, Dr. Dre, Jay-Z,
Mary J. Blige,
Notorious B.I.G.
This is Q-Tip.
K-100.
Jackson, I am for real.
Turn us up now. We are
Hip-hop and R&G. I mean,
It's going
R&B.
down.
Here's another exclusive interview on K-100 Radio.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You
What up?
are tuned to K-100 Radio, hip-hop
yes,
and
yes.
R&B.
You know where you at.
K-100, you bastards.
Let's get it. K-100 Radio, I'm your host, Blizzard. Thanks, everybody, for tuning into the show. I'm happy to be here. You happy to be here? I hope so. 347-934-0966. But, of course, you may want to jump on our social feeds for this one and check out this commentary. We're back for the first MICC Music Industry Conference Call of 2018, man. It's going to be a great show. This is going to be a special producers edition. We got a great lineup of guests, man. Right now, I'm going to bring my co-host for the day over, the creator of the music industry crash course, who brought this idea to me for us to do this whole music industry empowerment and teaching segment over here at K100 Radio. The homie Muggs a Million. Muggs, what's going on, bro? What's happening?
What up with your Blizzard, everybody, man? K100, everybody tuning in, man. What it do?
What's going on, homie? All right, man.
Man, you got it, bro.
So let's go ahead and get into it, man. We got our first MICC Music Industry Conference Call of the year, man. And like I said, we setting off with the producers. The producers had a little bit of tad of controversy going on around the end of the year, beginning of the year, with a couple of producers airing out some of the labels, and that just sparked me to say, you know what? We've never had an all producers edition of the MICC. So I said, why not start 2018 off with that? You dig? You know what I'm saying? Welcome everybody on Instagram Live, Facebook Live. What's happening with y'all, man? Who's checking in over here? Click Tracks, what's going on? Robert Taylor, what's up? What's going on, everybody checking in over there? Jazzy, what's happening? Who's over here on Instagram Live? Lyrical Ambitions. Who else? Hood Rich checking in. What's going on, man? Shout out to everybody that's watching right now, man. So, Muggs, real quick, man, we got about 5 minutes before we bring our first guest on, and I'm gonna run down who we got coming up real quick. But go ahead and say, first of all, man, right now, just so everybody understands that, you know, this show is very important to me and Muggs, and the homie's going through something personally right now. We want to say get well to his mom's. She's going through something medical right now. So first of all, he's there trying to handle that, and he's also trying to be on the show. So first of all, I just want to say on the air, man, I hope your moms get better, man. I know it's a lot, but I'm still glad he was able to pull this off, man. So we definitely rooting for her over there. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up, bro.
Man, appreciate it, man. Much love, man. Appreciate the support and the prayers, and yeah, man. You know, it's MICC we did, man. I know people probably wondering where we been, what took so long, what happened, you know what I'm saying? But the actual last conference call we did, I was here in Nashville, and my mom had went into a surgery, man, a kidney surgery. And, you know, long story short, man, stemmed from that, she ended up getting diagnosed with a stage 4 cancer, man. So that's, you know, what I've been dealing with and going through here, man. I actually just recently, you know, I'm using this platform, man, to really just try to be a testimonial to, man, to people, you know, that along with dreams come sacrifices, man, and come hardships that you have to deal with in your personal life. And, you know, like Blizzard said, man, you still have to, you know, try to find a way to find that balance, man, and keep pushing. So, you know, life kind of threw a curveball at me, man. I swung for it, man, hopefully trying to hit it over the fence. But, you know, I had to end up removing back to Nashville, man. So I'm, you know, using this as my debut to let the world know, let my Atlanta peoples know, man, that, you know, I'm back in Nashville. I ain't turned my back on my peoples that I done built solid relationships with, like Blizzard and, you know, the K-100 family, man. So, but I am back in Nashville, man. So all my Nashville people that might be tuning in that didn't know that officially, I'm back and I'm bringing it all together, man, back and forth. I'll be back in Atlanta actually next month, man, for some recording and stuff, man, with my guy at with Books and Street Smarts, man, project I'm working on. But we're gonna be at Corey Mo Studio, man, when our guests coming up, man. I guess that kind of leads to shouting out the guests, you know what I'm saying? We do a lot of recording at Mad Studios, man. Right. We got Corey Mo coming on as one of the special guests tonight, so shout out to him for being a part of that, along with the other guests lineup that Blizzard about to run down. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all prayers and support. Everybody out there that's tuning in, man. I ain't in a position to check out the feeds right now, but I'm sure y'all sending love, and I appreciate it. And, yeah, man, appreciate you, Blizzard, for being understanding, bro. And
absolutely, bro.
Keeping me, you know what I mean, on deck with the mic, man, and stuff like that, bro. So we here 2018 to educate, motivate, and empower the people, man. Let's do it.
All right, man. Let's get into it, you dig? Of course, man. I hope your moms get well, man. And, of course, we're going to keep this thing rocking, you dig?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. So,
definitely, man.
I'm going to go ahead and read off this lineup to you guys, you dig? Yeah. And it's mean, baby. Yeah. K-100 Radio, we're live, the MICC Music Industry Conference call with my co-host, Muggs a Million, man, the Producers Edition. And this edition right here, man, is straight up, yo. All right, first of all, let me go ahead and tell everybody, if just in case you was under a rock and you didn't know who our guest was going to be today. Our first guest is going to be, we got DJ Monte, we got WillAFool, we got Casey Graham and Corey Mo. We got DJ Monte at 8:10. We got WillAFool coming up at 8:35. Casey Graham coming up at 9. And at 9:25, we're going to close it out with Corey Mo. All right? So this whole segment right here, bro, if you're a producer or you know anybody that's trying to get into the music industry and want to know about production and being a producer on a large scale, on a very successful scale, make sure that you guys have them come over here, jump on the call. You can download our free app. I have the link in all of the posts, so you should be able to find it. If not, just go to K100radio.com. It's easy to find there. Send them over to the IG. Send them over to the Facebook live feed, because we're going to get into it with these producers, man. We're really going to chop it up with them and just really have a great conversation about being a producer on the level. All of these guys have got hits with people that you already know. Some of them have Grammy Awards, Grammy-nominated songs. You feel me? Platinum songs, platinum plaques hanging over their spot. So everybody that we bringing up as a guest today is highly successful. They're doing their thing and they're grinding. So we're all here to learn. That's what this particular segment is about on K100 Radio, the Music Industry Conference Call. It's about education. You feel me? It's not about grandstanding. It's about getting some information from people who are out here in the industry really doing it and sharing it with our people and giving you guys a platform that anybody in the world can get. A lot of stuff like this happens. We got South by Southwest coming up. A lot of people travel and go to panels and go to events, and they have to go, they have to get in their car, get on a plane, travel to get some of the same information that we give out for free on the MICC, and you don't have to leave your home. Man. Yeah, you don't have to leave your home.
Do it from the comfort of your home.
Right.
You feel me? Sitting
just
in your car on your way to pick up the kids or whatever you're doing. You feel me? Check us out.
Absolutely, man. So if you guys got any questions, feel free to post them inside the Facebook live feed, or you can post them in the Instagram live feed. I'll do my best to look at the questions that you guys pose in the social media feeds as well. I see Brandon, DJ Brandon Dix, he got a question. Go ahead and post your question, bro. And we have a couple of them of my own. So our first one up is going to be DJ Monte. He's scheduled to be up in about 2 minutes here at 8:10. You feel what I'm saying? So we're going to get with the homie in a minute.
Yes, sir.
All right. Anything you want to add before we try to hopefully DJ Monte's hits that phone line ASAP is on deck. What you got, Muggs, before we start?
I mean, like you said, man, you kind of said it all, man. But, I just want to make sure people know the importance of, what this platform is about, man, and the opportunity to soak up this free knowledge, man. Like, people pay for a lot of different services in the music industry, but one of them is priceless, man, is the knowledge from people that done experienced the stuff we trying to actually experience one day too. You know what I'm saying? So for us to be giving away this much knowledge and wisdom and experiences, man, for free, I just hope people taking heed to it and taking advantage of it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we said, we've been seeing a lot of, you know, the exact point that sparked all this up, man. We're seeing the controversy that's going on about the labels and the producers and the payments and all of that, man. So these guys that done swam through those situations, they probably done dodged them, may have had to even deal with them. You know, it can give you some real life knowledge and game up on how to beat that system and to, you know what I'm saying, still become successful, man, even if you have to take those same pitfalls or whatever on the way, man. You know what I'm saying? But these guys really done it, really doing it, and people can learn from them, man. I'm just looking forward to hearing and scooping up some more knowledge from it myself, man. Even as a guru and an educator, we can always continue to learn and learn more, man. So that's what I'm here to do too, man. Soak up some game and knowledge myself, bro.
Absolutely, man. So, like, you know, and then some of the questions that we got posed, like, I want to spread it out. I got like some technical questions to ask, and I also have like some questions specifically for each one of the guys. Let me see if this is DJ Monte on the line. DJ Monte, this is DJ Monte. Area code 281. Hello. Hello. This DJ Monte.
Nah, man, it's Corey Mo. I just logged in.
Oh, this Corey Mo.
281. I thought that was Mo.
Oh, okay,
what's
Corey
up, Corey Mo? Mo's a million in the building.
All right.
What it does, pimping?
What's going on, bro? What's
Man,
happening with
you? Got it, boss.
Well, we glad.
What's happening?
Well, right now we just got
on the line.
We just got you on the line first. We was trying to do them in like an order. We had DJ Monte coming up at 8:10, and then we had WillAFool, then we had Casey Graham, and then we had you. But we got you on the line right now, so we still got you scheduled.
Oh,
hold on. We got you. While we got you here, we got you. We put you down for the 9:25, but you on the line first. I got a couple questions, and somebody actually asked a question in the live feed real quick. I'm gonna take a live feed question while we waiting on DJ Monte. All right, so Brandon Dix from Facebook Live asked a quick question, and we'll go ahead and jump into some of these. He said, if you start in the studio, and I know you got Mad Studios, ATL, you know what I'm saying, you got a dope spot, great recording facility. He asked, what's the best kind of board that you would suggest to get if you're trying to start a studio of your own? You know what I'm saying, analog or digital? What do you think? You know, what do you think would be the move right now in 2018 if you're just not getting ready to build your spot? What would you do?
A board.
Yeah.
I'm kind of old school, man. I got the old Control 24, but I mean these days you can pretty much just version of the Control 24, or a lot of times, I mean, in 2018, man, boys is really just getting the doggone computer and just getting you know what I mean, a controller of some sort. But you know what I mean, if you have a budget and you getting ready to make some money doing this, then, you know, you should probably just go to Guitar Center and ask them. You know what I mean? I haven't bought equipment in so long, I still use all my old stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, I would just suggest getting a Mac Pro. Go to Apple. Get the best Mac Pro they got, put Pro Tools on it, and get you a real good interface. You know what I mean? And just start there, interface and the microphone.
That's it. That just go from right there. I guess he gave you the answer that you asked.
Yeah.
Brandon Dix.
And then to clear up for some people that might not know exactly who Corey Mo is, so when he say he still got his old stuff, this is the same old stuff that recorded all the UGK gold and platinum hits too. So you know what I'm saying? It ain't like it's just any old stuff. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So
he said
just for the new youngins out there that might not really know the history behind what they hearing and who they talking with right now.
Well, let's have them out with
rundown, man. Give them some of throw some of the credits out there, Corey Mo.
I mean, we talking about
and twerking with
listen,
from old to new.
Yeah, we talking about Big Crit. We talking about
Okay.
TLC. We talking about Big Boy, Talib
Yeah.
Kweli, B.O.B., Pimp C, UGK, Sci-Hi before he really took all the way off. The list goes on, man.
Yeah.
You feel me? You can check out everything you need to know about
Oh,
Corey
yeah.
over there at Mad Studios, ATL, a litany of hits that he's got
Yes,
going
sir.
on, man. Raheem Devon, Young Jock, Mike Jones. You feel me? I mean, it's just, it goes on and on. Corey Mo.
Scotty ATL.
Yeah. A lot of people, man.
Oh, yeah, that boy Scotty here now.
Oh yeah. Tell the homie what's up, man. You know he rock with us over here at K-100. So tell Scotty ATL what's good, man. You feel me? Why you over there?
Yeah, man, that boy down in the he down in my B room working right now.
All right.
But to answer your last question, I'm looking online right now on Guitar Center, and they got some pretty nice boards, man. They got a nice Yamaha that's $1,000. And it's a 16-channel Yamaha. You know what I mean? They got some nice Behringers too, as far as for some mixing boards. You know, just to throw that back out to the cat.
Look at that. He out there. He researching for y'all. You see
Right.
what I'm saying? And that's what you're talking about. Real OG stuff right there. He done went to go research for you. You see what I'm saying? So this the real deal, man. You ain't gonna get that from too many people out here in this music industry,
Nah,
man.
you're not.
For real though.
You're definitely not, man. So I got a couple of questions for Corey Mo while we got him on the line. And I kind of had an order, but we just going to go ahead and dive into it. It don't matter as long as everybody get their time over here. So we're going to go ahead and ask you a couple of questions. Now, first of all, I want to ask you, bro, real quick, off the top of your head, it's a two-part question. What do you feel like was your top three, or maybe top 1, 2, or 3, however you want to name, most successful tracks? And then give me 2 or 3 of the tracks that you personally like the best that you've produced as a producer.
As far as being successful, just recently, this doggone Big Boy and Gucci Man and Pimp C record that just came out in the South is definitely one of my top ones. But secondly, will probably be that Devin the Dude. Anything is plenty, man.
Okay.
I don't know if Cat's heard of that one, but that's a oldie but a goodie that I produced back in 2004.
Mm-hmm.
I did a UGK record. On the last UGK album, I produced like 4 records on there. All of them are pretty dope, from She Love It to Harry Asshole, Everybody Wanna Ball, Top Drop Down.
Uh-huh.
Those are probably the most successful UGK records that I did. But as far as me just working records that I specifically really like is like I really like that old Devin the Dude record, man. Like I just keep going back to that record whenever people ask me questions like that, because that's the one that kicked it off. That one and that old Pimp C Slow Down record from off the very first Pimp C solo album.
Right.
Yeah.
Those were the ones for
Sweet
you.
James Jones, called Slow Down. Yeah. I had produced that one and I rapped on that one.
Right.
And you know what I mean? When I did that, a whole lot of people started looking for me, and then, you know, when I did the Devin the Dude record, the whole city wanted beats after that.
Right. That's
So, you know.
So let me ask you that.
But,
I got another question to bounce off of that question then. So is it once you get that one track and then everybody kind of sort of knows your name, what was the change that you made as a producer and the way you approached artists and the way you tried to get your beats out there? Like I saw an interview recently, and one of the other guests said that, you know, when he first started, he would give away his beats. He wasn't necessarily charging for his beats. And then once he got that one hit,
right,
his whole attitude and everything changed, and the whole way he did business changed. Did you still kind of approach being a producer and approach trying to get your tracks out there the same way after your name got recognized? At what point did you feel like it was time for you to just start charging cats the high off top? You feel me? A Corey Mo beat ain't no cheap beat right now. You've got a storied history. You're a platinum, involved with platinum records now.
Right.
So at what point did it change for you as a producer? Then when you realize, okay, now my prices got to go up, and now I got to get this money up front, or these labels going to have to definitely give me some publishing on the back end. Was it after that first record?
Oh, yeah.
After that record, or when was it?
Well, Well, no, it was way back, man. Like, I got a real good attorney out in Houston named Mr. Leslie Cross, and he represents a few celebrities out there in Houston as well. And he pretty much schooled me, man, a long time ago when I was getting involved with different labels and working with a bunch of cats and people renting out. Cause see, the thing is, it's different with me because I run a recording studio.
Right.
So I already had to get an LLC and be business-minded from the get. Me and my older brother ran the studio together. So we was already collecting bread from cats all around the city. So we passing out flyers, promoting ourselves, demo deals, $150 demo deals. Come get you a couple hours for this price. Printing up yellow and lime green and orange flyers, making it be known. So we was already business minded, and we already had an attorney at the time. So he made me get a LLC, made me get a publishing company, made me know what BMI is and ASCAP, and get my publishing stuff set up. Like he kind of forced that into me way back. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like when I was doing a whole bunch of records for Rap-A-Lot, you know what I mean, and a whole bunch of other labels. So, you know, when you putting out these albums back in the day, and it's a real record release with a real distributor, and they pressing up CDs and barcodes and all of that, then, you know, I had to get paperwork done. You know, the paperwork was 15 pages plus. It was thick. You know what I mean? It was just a whole nother ball game. So I had to have business straight. You know what I mean? So it's like nowadays, people not even thinking about the old way of hustling. So their mentality is, oh yeah, I'm gonna put it out for free. It's just a mixtape. I'll put it out, and then it just sit in the cyber world of the internet for 4-5 years, and they don't even know that they just collected $2,000-$3,000 of internet royalties, and they don't even know because they didn't register it right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like I'm just blessed and fortunate that I got on my business game early.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. And it sounds like another question that I was going to ask you and everybody
they better
else.
Go on Sound Exchange and look up and see if they got some money sitting there. Sound Exchange will tell you.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah,
They definitely will. They definitely will. And that goes back to just, you kind of jumped into one of the other questions. One of my other questions that I was going to pose everybody to was, how instrumental was having representation like a publicist, a manager, you said a lawyer, which is actually even better. You know what I'm saying? Like most people just stop at
lawyer is better than I mean, I've never really had a manager. You know what I mean? Like I'm finally getting to the point where I'm letting people manage me now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I've been doing it so long by myself, and that's really another downfall. I really wish I would have not been as stubborn and let people manage me way back then, because I'd probably be even further in my career. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
So it's like you have to be disciplined. You got to listen to people, and you got to have your business straight. And if you ain't got no attorney, you tripping.
Yeah. Hey, you
I
heard it right there.
My guy early today. Shout out to Ross.
Hey, man, you heard the man right there, man. The dude just said, listen, man, you ain't got no attorney, you tripping. And sometimes I think, especially with artists, because, you know, we have a lot of artists that listen to K-100 radio. Even though this is a producer segment, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of artists listening, trying to soak up some of this game, too, as well. You feel me? But a lot of people just got to skip that. Because and the truth be told is, to be honest with you, lawyers get paid up front. Like, lawyers cost money, so a lot of people just don't be having the money to afford a lawyer. And then, you know, a lot of the management people work on the back end. A lot of people don't get publicists in the industry because publicists want their money up front. And cats be coming to the game and they really don't be having the budget and they don't be having the money. Even though you shouldn't be trying to get into this being broke. That's not going to work out for you at all, obviously. But that's why people don't normally go with getting the attorney first, because they don't have the bread to actually afford the damn attorney. But the good thing for you,
but guess what, though? They got them new Jordans on, though.
Listen, you preach to the choir. You are preaching to the choir, Corey Moe. I promise you, family. On that note right there,
but they got the new J's on.
They blow an ounce of loud every week. They blow an
And
ounce
they
of louder
baby
every
mama
week.
got these. Yeah. Like, come on, man. Go ahead and spend
All
about
that.
$300 with an attorney. Get him to look over your
It's
paperwork.
like you said earlier, man. Discipline, man. Discipline and priorities, man. You
Yeah.
feel me? Discipline.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean,
Yeah, man, them damn Jordans
Yeah.
cost $200, man.
Right.
They got 2-3 pairs.
right, exactly.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
Yeah, that was a retainer. That's a retainer right there. That's a retainer.
yeah. So let me ask you. Let me ask you another question about somebody asked about placements on the Facebook Live feed. What advice could you give to somebody about getting music placed in movie and film right now? Now it's funny that you mentioned earlier about this, and we're live right now on K-100 Radio. This is the MICC Music Industry Conference call. We chopping it up with the homie Corey Moe right now. Mad Studios ATL, man, very accomplished producer. If you never heard of Corey Moe, you really need to do your research, man. Platinum plaques, Grammy-nominated music, you feel me? Dope. You know what I'm saying? If you never heard, like I said, his latest song that you may recognize that's playing right now, of course, that Big Boy and Gucci Mane in the South. But, I mean, the catalog, working with UGK and all kind of people, we named it earlier, we'll name it again. Make sure you go check him out, Mad Studios ATL. That's who we on the line with right now on the MICC Music Industry Conference call. And we just chopping it up, and this is a producer's edition. So we got some real great producers in the building. Now, piggybacking off of what you said earlier about, it's old school. The paperwork was thick and everything. The transition right now into the digital era, you already hit it on a little bit. You said, well, make sure you got your paperwork done so you can find out, get your royalties from internet streaming and all that. But tell me the big difference right now, being a producer in the age of people doing leasing out beats, people downloading beats off the internet. You feel me? How do you make money? And then is leasing beats to movies and TV shows actually a bigger payout than producing for artists? What do you think about that?
I don't really get into all the leasing, man. I'm old school. You know what I mean? You got to pay me up front for my service, and you got to pay me my publishing on the back end.
Right, period.
Or I'm not going to do it. So it's like, when it comes to leasing beats, I don't know who came up with the term or who started that, but I think they're getting it confused with licensing. Now, licensing is what you do when you submit shit to TV and film and all of that, and you license your music, and then you keep the rights to your music, and y'all break bread if they get it, placed on certain networks and woo. That's licensing. But leasing is something you really don't own, right? You know what I'm saying? If you go lease an apartment, do you own that apartment?
No, you don't. But that's my whole thing with it.
So look, leasing, I don't do it because if you lease somebody a beat and you lease 15 other people a beat and they all got your beat and you ain't made but $50, I mean, yeah, you think you balling because you done sold it 10 times and you think that's cool, but really in real life, if you go to Dr. Dre or Timberland or Pharrell, do you think they finna sell you they beat 50 times?
Right. No.
No. You finna pay them in advance for their service. The same way, you know what I mean? You go to the store and you purchase your food. You finna come to my studio. You gonna purchase my beat. I'm not gonna sell it to nobody else. I'm never gonna play it again for nobody else. I'm gonna give you the full track out. That's yours. You can do what you want with it. You can take it somewhere else and get it mixed if you want, or you can bring it to me and I mix it. You know what I mean? That's your record, and we're gonna sign a split sheet, and we're gonna make sure the paperwork is right, and it's gonna be cut and dry, man. Like, I don't know who came up with leasing, man. I wish the person that came up with leasing give me a call so I can ask you how in the hell did y'all create that?
Yeah.
I guess, I mean, man, hey, listen, I don't know. Go ahead, Muggs. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, and it's funny, though, because like you said, too, whoever even created it didn't even create it the right way because, like you said, going back to leasing an apartment. So if I'm going to lease you a beat, that means you owe me money every month then or every something.
Right.
You know what
That's what I never understood about it either, though. That's what I never understood about the leasing
part. So you done leased it out, but it's one flat fee, one time, and then that's it. Goodbye. Where the leasing come in at then? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Even
Yeah,
if you
man.
lease a car,
I
you're
don't
supposed
know.
to trade it back in
And
at the
then-
top of the next year and get another car, don't you? When you lease a car, you know what I'm saying? After so long, you trade it back in and get the newer version of the car. So when are you gonna turn the beat back in and get the newer beat? You know what I mean? I never just understood the leasing part of it, man.
And then on top of that, even when they got the selection there for them to buy and own the beat, that don't even make no sense because they're not even doing no legitimate paperwork with the beat.
Yeah.
So that they can receive some damn publishing. Now, you selling all the rights to your beat, and you giving them an option to lease it for even cheaper. Like what?
And that's what led to this call, man.
Yeah,
that's what led to this call. The poster that was floating around.
Right.
About the $200 beat.
Yeah.
You know, about the $200 beat that the guy sold to OT Genesis, man. That's kind of what sparked stuff like this.
That's
man.
why
like,
we did. That's one of the.
like
that was
said,
one of the
man,
posts.
where did that notion come from with people, man?
Yeah. I listen, Corey Mo. I'm glad you said it because see, here's the thing. If I say something like if somebody like me says that on the air, then it looks like I'm hating on the producer's hustle. You feel what I'm saying? It looks like I'm hating on somebody's hustle, but I'm not. I'm gonna check this 323 number. I gotta check and see who this is on the line real quick. But I'm coming to you. I think that may be WillAFool. He's on next. We're running up on the first mark. But listen, what I'm saying is I'm glad that Corey Mo, an accomplished producer, actually said this because when I say it, it comes off differently and it may be perceived as hating and it's not. It's just it never ever made sense to me. This guy's telling you a multi-platinum producer, Grammy-nominated producer telling you it doesn't make sense to him, and he's not understanding the whole notion of it. Now, we've got some of the other people on here who do have beat pages, and you can get the beats, and we'll ask them about why do they view it the way they view it. You feel what I'm saying? But I more so, I personally, this is me personally, fam, and this is not ironclad. Everybody's going to do what they want to do. But me personally, I kind of think along the way of Corey Mo, but then somebody can also come back, Corey Mo, and I ask you this. Somebody can come back and say, well, if the artist ain't moving no units and he's never got any placements and the beats are just sitting there, why not generate some income off of it by just letting people use them for right now? They never really own them. The producer keeps it. They still own it, but they're still making a little bit of money off of it, and they can get some capital generated, you know what I'm saying, in order to, do whatever else. Maybe go buy a new piece of, buy some gear or something.
But that don't make sense, though. I hear what you're saying, but give me some logic behind that.
Yeah. The money, the quick money.
I mean, it's kind of
the logic
like
is the quick money.
You got to take
it's money, but that don't make sense what you're doing. That's like me selling your ass some bubble gum and selling it to 10 more people. The same piece of bubble gum. It don't make sense. I hear what you're saying. I hear I hear what you're saying, but tell me the logic behind selling your beat 50 times to multiple people and in the same damn city or wherever. Like, tell me the logic behind it, and I'll pay attention. As soon as somebody tell me the logic, I'm gonna start paying attention.
We have a group.
Other than that shit monkey to me.
Okay. Click Tracks commented on the Facebook post. They said they do lease. There's a production duo, and I actually met them. We went to a listening session with them, and their thing is it's all in the contract of their of the agreements that's on their page. He says everybody's leasing agreement is different, and that's where it starts to kind of make sense for the producers. It depends on what's in their leasing agreement on their website.
So it's leasing agreement. Okay, so they write up their own leasing agreement and put it on the page and make them sign it before they buy the beat.
I'm assuming so.
Yeah, most of them do.
I guess before they hit pay on that cart, you got to just basically I agree to the terms at some point, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's kind of like Facebook. Some people reading it, some people ain't. Some people just click and agree, and they just, you know what I mean, paying their money. They don't know what they done signed.
Man, look, the only way I'm down with that is if the agreement give them people they correct publishing. You know what I mean? The producer get the 50%, the artist get the other half. You know what I mean? And they bust it down, and they don't sell it no more. That's the only way I'm going to be down with it.
No,
but if they continuously selling it to multiple people, it's just not ethical to me.
Okay.
It's not. I'm not from that day and age, so I don't really understand that.
All right. This is a great conversation with Corey Moore. We live right now, K-100 Radio, man. I'm telling you, we already started in the first 30 minutes, and this is all I wanted from this whole segment. This is what I wanted from this segment. Understand that this is the conversations that I want to have with these guys right now. You feel what I'm saying? Let me check in and see who this is on the line real quick though. 323-377. Hey, what's up? Who's this?
Yeah, this Will.
All right, WillAFool, what's going on, bro? You on deck next. All right, we're going to wrap this thing up with Corey Moore. We got WillAFool coming up.
All right.
All right, stand by, homie. Thank you for being on the line.
Already. What's up, Will?
What's going on?
Already.
All right, stand by. All right, so before we jump over to WillAFool coming up in about 1 or 2 minutes at 8:35, we want to make sure that we let Corey Moore, who just really gave us some interesting pointers about leasing beats, what he feels about it, you know what I'm saying, and how important it was that he had a lawyer on his side early in the game, which set him up to win the long game. We also quickly talked about how he felt like, you know, a manager was good. He wished he had one earlier. A lot of things was covered, man, and that 30 minutes flew by so fast. The conversation, we could probably talk another hour easily with Corey Moore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, these things go by fast. But I want to give
all good.
Yeah, but I want to give Corey Moore a chance before we go to give out any information that you want the people to know right now, real quick, before we close it off with you, brother.
Okay, cool. You can follow me at Corey Moore Music, CORYMO Music on all platforms. You can also go to countryraptunes.com. That's my website, and it's also a radio station, an online radio station. We play 24 hours a day. Nothing but that funky country rap tunes that the pimp love, you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
And go to justsayingclothing.com if you're looking to get your merch. We do custom apparel. So if you want your logo on a t-shirt or hoodie, go to justsayingclothing.com. We can do that too. So holla at your boy, Chat. Long live the pimp.
Absolutely, man. And make sure you check out MICC Studios ATL. Do y'all do at MICC Studios? Do y'all do open booking?
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My bad. Any artists out there that want to get their records mixed and mastered or need some studio time, go to MICCstudiosATL.com as well.
All right, make sure you check him out. He's an engineer and a producer, man. So get that sound right. You hear them things them beats be so crisp. Holla at the homie, man. You in ATL, pull up, man, on him at MICC Studios ATL. That was Corey Moore, man. We just chopped it up with him on the MICC Music Industry Conference Call, our first one of 2018. Shout out to the homie, man. We ain't done yet, though.
You are tuned to K-100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
K-100, you bastards!
All right. So, like I told y'all, as promised, the first guest in the first conversation was already deep. I know a lot of people didn't necessarily agree with may not necessarily agree with his standpoint on it, but I got to be honest with you guys, I'm definitely leaning more towards the way he feels about it. Never made much sense to me, but then again, different age, different era. Kelby with Making It Magazine just commented on the Facebook Live feed. Shout out to him. He said it's a generational gap. He says Corey Moore is from a time and period where people who buy beats are really pursuing their careers. And he said the game is flooded with hobbyists right now. You can't tell who actually gonna do what with that record. You feel what I'm saying? So he's what Kelby's saying is also makes sense to the leasing culture, because right now you got a lot of people who just doing it for fun or just doing it to be having something to do. They ain't serious enough to pay $5,000 for a track that they may or may not blow up for them. They only want to give you $50 because they don't even know if they actually gonna do anything with that fucking song in the first place. They just playing. They just maybe they may just want to pull some hoes at the club or some shit and stun a little bit and just go in there and play around in the studio a little bit. So that's why they don't want to pay you the big dollars that somebody like Corey Moore is demanding that they get. But at the same time, you as a producer sat your ass in there and cooked that goddamn beat up for some hours though, did you? That time was already spent. So now I understand you wanting to get you want to get money back off that time that you invested real quick. But because again, right now the music game is flooded with people who's not really serious, who just doing it to be doing it at the end of the day. And so that's why the leasing game makes sense more nowadays than it really probably would have back when Corey Moore jumped into the game. All right, next up, we finna jump into this thing with WillAFool.
You are tuned to K-100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
K-100 Radio. We are live right now, man. Welcome everybody on the Facebook live feed. Shout out to everybody checking us out over here on Instagram live, man. What's going on? K-100 Radio's MICC Music Industry Conference Call with the homie Muggs a Million, who brought his idea to us, man, and we've been going hard ever since with it, man. This is a producer's edition right here. We've got coming up next, WillAFool is on the line. WillAFool, what's going on, bro? Welcome to the broadcast.
Hey, man, what's going on?
Man, glad to have you,
Yes,
man.
what up
Man,
with your homie?
Absolutely.
I'm down here in Miami right now, man. Just getting a lot of things situated and handled, man. But I'm on the way back to the A.
All right.
What's good with y'all?
We good, man. Let's
right,
make sure
bro.
we clear about
Yes,
who we
sir.
chopping it up with, man. The homie right here, man. Just like we listed some of the great music that Corey Moore had. WillAFool's got tracks, of course, you know, as you well know, with Future, Gucci Mane, Migos, 21 Savage, Jeezy, K Camp. You know, he did that Cutoff. He did that Tony Montana. All right, he still got some new stuff coming with YFN, Lucci, Rick Ross, Rich Homie Quan, Lil Durk. All right, so you know, like I said, everybody that we got lined up, they ready to go. They've been placed. They got charting records or platinum plaques up under their belt, Grammy nominations, Grammy awards. Everybody that we talking to tonight is about that producer life. For real, for real. So I want to welcome to the show WillAFool, man. And he down there grinding right now.
I appreciate y'all having me.
Absolutely,
Yeah, I
man.
appreciate y'all having me on the show, man.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so
Yes, sir.
let me ask you. Let me jump into the question. I'm gonna ask all of y'all this one question real quick though. Real quick, give me your top two that you feel was your top one or two most successful tracks, and then give me your top one or two tracks that you just like, that you was just like that bitch jam. I don't care how successful it was. It's just the track you did. You love that beat. You love the song the artist did to it. It came out great. So give me your top two most successful songs, and then your top two favorite beats that you feel like done jumped off.
The top two most successful records I produced, was my first record that broke me out and, you know, got my name, you know, out in the industry as a producer was Tony Montana.
Okay.
By Future.
All right.
Yeah, and then the second record was Cut Her Off, you know, by
Right.
K Camp.
All right. So what about your
But
favorite?
the other two records that I did, that me personally, that I thought was just going crazy, was like Moon, like Gone to the Moon, and the recent record that I just dropped with Lucci, that Heartless.
Ah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, don't do like. I just not like me personally. I just rock with those.
Okay. All right. So I like Heartless though. Heartless does go. I like the beat and the mood of it. You feel what I'm saying? I think it's a great record. That was like a great matchup with you and with you and YFN Lucci on that joint. That actually goes hard, man. So like I said, everybody that we talking to tonight on the show tonight, man, is actually, man, ready to go, man. Really accomplished. Now you said something, and this is what I'm glad that I got a chance to see you speak over at Media Matters at the event that Making the Magazine had. And you said something, and I was like, this is what I got to make sure I get out of WillAFool on the show, because everybody wasn't there. You feel what I'm saying? All right. And
Yeah.
at one point, Kelby, which was hosting it, he asked you about, your relationship with Future, and did you charge Future money for the beats that you was working with him with before before he took off? And you basically was like, nah, I ain't charging for no beats. I was just working with him, and I was just in there. Y'all just built the relationship, and you didn't get paid for none of that shit up front. You feel me? And it all came back to work out for you. So tell any young aspiring producer right now about that situation. About if you find some artist that you really believe in, you know what I'm saying, and you really want to work with, and about building a relationship and how you did it with Future, and you just was in there just cooking up with him. He wasn't paying you for no beats and none of that, and it ended up, he broke out and everything worked out for you. But a lot of people be like, man, I'm not trying to sit in there and work and I ain't getting no money. That's why everybody like, shit, before I hold on to these beats and work with an artist, I'm gonna lease these motherfuckers out to random strangers to get money. But tell us about that relationship and why you suggest that.
Yeah, like the thing is with me, like the plan that I did have when me and Future met, it was, it was all mainly me just getting exposure, like, just getting my name out there and really just trying to get, more opportunities and create more avenues and create more business for myself. So I just looked at it like, me and him was in the same boat. So we wasn't really, I couldn't really get much from him because, at the time he wasn't up like he is now. We were both pretty much in the same boat. and I really believed in what he had going on because I seen the movement, I seen what he was doing, I seen his work ethic. Us being in the studio at all times of the night, and just seeing him knock out song after song after song after song. It was only right, and I seen I also acknowledge that the popularity and the respect that he had with the city, as far as, going to the clubs and, performing and, just putting out all of them hits he had put out in his first, like the first quarter of his breakout year, when he first came out. So, he wasn't able to, like, just pay me no money, and I wasn't really tripping because I was getting exposure, because the exposure is the main thing. You want people to know who you are so you can get more business and you can get all of these other artists that you would like to work with to come to you. So you can't really trip about the money, in the beginning of it. And I understand, like, you can't knock a producer because he wants to get paid for what he's doing. But, you just have to figure out the best way to make it fit for your position and, in the predicament you're in. You can't just really just say, oh, man, you got to pay me some money, and which I can't, which we can't knock. Nobody can knock, you not getting paid or you getting paid for it.
Right.
But you have to also look at the bigger picture, and, you have to also, sit back, look in the mirror and look at it, are you in it for the love or the passion, or are you in it to just make $1? Because you're always going to have, if you in it to just make some money, it's not, a lot of things are not going to make you happy while you're doing this stuff,
Right.
So you have to really look at yourself and really just understand and really, like, just come to the conclusion and just say, hey, do I really love this, or do I just love what it does for me?
That's a good question to ask yourself.
I love the music.
Right.
I love the music. I love to do music. I love being able to contribute to the music industry. And, I can't, I even through the downtimes, like, even when I had the downtimes and I wasn't really making, like, the amount of money that I'm making that I'm making now, I still had love for it, and I never really, like, had any type of, like, doubt in my mind about, not making it, or not succeeding, or really just building a bigger career, and just, being on a bigger plateau for myself and on a whole nother level. I didn't really have no doubt about that because of the love I have for it. You feel me?
Right, exactly. I like the answer. So I got another question. Shout out to the homie Jeff Black Tracks over there checking in on the Facebook live feed. Beat Royale is in the building. Make sure you guys check out Beat Royale. All right, so listen, WillAFool, I got to ask you this though. Mm-hmm. What's your feel on the lack of originality in the production? This is something that's been bothering me.
And I feel like that's what's hurt. I feel like that's what's hurting the industry and the entertainment business. As far as on the music side, as a whole, because you got so many people just trying to emulate people's sound to get $1, or and I feel like we should take more consideration and more thought and more passion into our craft, because, like you say, like what Kelby said, you got a lot of people that do this as a hobby. You don't, and it's, and they're overpowering the people that really do this because they love it. So you got some people that really do it as a hobby, and they'll make a beat like that'll sound like mine, or they'll make a beat that'll sound like Beethoven, or they'll make a beat that'll sound like Mike Will, and they'll take way less money for what we'll charge somebody. So,
because they didn't come up with the formula. Because like, they didn't have to come up with. I think. See, that's the thing. They didn't come up with the blueprint. Somebody else came up with the blueprint, made the blueprint popular. It's easy to copy, especially with digital production. And so then you're not really putting as much time into making the tracks and constructing the sound as that other person did. So to you, when you regurgitate it and do it quick like that and do it fast like that, it's okay, because it probably didn't take you that long to make that beat, because you're basically following somebody else's blueprint anyway. And so that's, and it goes all the way back to what Corey Mo said about the leasing, what people said about hobbyists, about the quick microwave turnover, and the just acceptance of the lack of originality in the production. But you personally, all right, when you hear, when the artist comes, has an artist ever came up to you and said, even though you WillAFool, and said, listen, I want something kind of like that sound like blah, 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 whoever, and you obliged? Or did you be like, nah, hold on, partner. I don't do sound like nobody else. You feel what I'm saying? Like, what was your response to that? If that's happened to you?
Nah, like I get a lot of times like people would hit me up and say that they want something that sounds something like some production that I did for an artist, but not something that they never asked me for something that sounds like Beethoven or Mike Will or anything like that, you know. But it's always something that I produce, you know.
Right.
It'll be into some type of like in the similarity of something I produce for somebody else.
Okay.
So it's never been like it's never been to where man I want you to remake a beat that Beethoven did or something like that. Nah, I would never do that anyway.
You think it's against the code?
Anyway.
Is there? Let me ask you this: among the producers, because once you get, everybody knows there's levels to everything. Let's just keep shit 100 over here on K-100 Radio. There's levels to everything. All right, there's levels to the game and where you at. So the level that you at right now, you know, when you talking to other names, when you talking to the Zaytovens or you know what I'm saying, anybody else in the game that's really a Metro Boomin or whoever that you may have a relationship with, I don't know who it is, but I'm just throwing names out there. You feel me? And you talk to them. Is there a code with you guys, or do you guys actually speak on the fact that this other person or that other person is doing tracks like somebody else, or is it like to the point now, like how it is with rap, like nobody really cares that if everybody's biting because everybody's biting, so nobody really makes a big deal about it. Where back in the day, you would literally get into a fight with somebody if you felt like they was biting you or stealing your sound. Is there amongst the producers that you know in the industry on the level that you at right now? Is this even talked about? I want to know because I'm like, do they even care about it?
Care about it like people trying to sound like them?
Yeah. Do they care? Like another producer? Do they care?
I honestly don't think they do, man, because you know they got so much going on. They got I really have so much going on, man, and I got so many opportunities and all of this stuff going on. It really don't even matter because at the end of the day, I'm a musician.
Right.
You know, it might affect somebody who's a beat maker or somebody that really can't play instruments or play music, but I really do this, so I really don't care. And they just like you can look at Beethoven like he's lasted as long as he's lasted because he's musically inclined.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
You see?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Everybody can't do what he do, but if you listen to his beats, it doesn't. He has the melodies in some of them, but some of his most popular beats are some of the beats where he said himself in interview after interview that's not even really, you know, anywhere near a complicated beat for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, have you ever had a beat that you was just like, bruh, I don't even really like this beat, and then Future or somebody come in there and then it ends up being on the album and you like, I was about to throw that shit away. Has that ever happened to you?
Yeah. Yeah, Tony Montana.
Tony,
Yeah.
You was about to throw Tony Montana away? You didn't even like the beat, did you?
I didn't even like that beat, bro.
This is what I be talking about. This is the producer that did that, and I got to be honest with you. When I heard the song, I was like, okay. But then it took off, and when the song takes off, it is what it is. My opinion about it doesn't change the fact that it's a hit. But it's crazy that you actually sitting here on the air telling me that you ain't even like it either.
Yeah. Yeah, I like. There's a lot of beats that I produced for artists that I didn't like, but ended up being big songs. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't I really decided when I realized like that was going on, I really just came to the conclusion that I just couldn't be an A&R for my own stuff. You know, because if I had the power and the say so to say, hey, this wouldn't come out. A lot of records wouldn't have came out.
So you don't necessarily. That's also a great point though, because you said your best hit. That's so important. Now I want everybody to just soak in what he just said. His first hit, the hit that opened the door for him to get into the game and get to where he's at right now, to where he's living off his craft, making this money, making these moves, getting placements on Fast and Furious and all kind of stuff. We'll talk about that. Was a beat he didn't even like. I mean, just
for real.
Let it sink
Straight
in,
up,
fam. Let it sink in.
I didn't even like the song.
Okay, Josh. What do I say to that? Where's Muggs at? Hold on real quick. I got to see if Muggs has a question. Hey, Muggs. Muggs. Oh, hold on. I don't think this Muggs. Hello. Hold on. I think this my other caller. Hold on. 912-667. What's up? Who's this?
Yo, what's up, man? It's Case Boogie.
Oh, Case Boogie. Oh, we got you coming up in just a minute, fam. Stand by, all right?
All right.
All right, stand by. That's Case Boogie. Hey, we got to holler at him. He's got we got about 6, 7 more minutes before we get up to him. He's our next guest, man. We got a lot of stuff to chop it up with him about. So listen, but I just wanted to make sure that we touched on that real quick. So let me ask you about this, WillAFool. What's your choice of gear? I got 2 questions from the feed. I got a question one of the producers asked from the Facebook Live feed. They said, what type of things do you do to push your own creativity and continue being a trailblazer? And I also want to know what the hell you produce with. I want to know exactly what do you cook up in the lab with your beats? What software, what gear, what do you use?
Yeah, I use Reason. So pretty much like Reason has its own like library of sound. So what you can pick and choose from in Studio One. Those pretty much the main 2 that I use.
Reason and Studio One. So all those beats and hits that you hear cooking up from WillAFool, he using Reason. Shout out to Reason. That's my software of choice myself. Shout out to my Reason users. I know the Fruity Loop people like, nah, fam, nah. But y'all will be all right. And I know somebody. I just was in a session this past weekend with a guy who used Studio One a lot. So yeah, Studio One and Reasons is what WillAFool is using. Now, what do you do? The question from Click Tracks inside the Facebook Live feed. What types of things do you do to push your own creativity? Like when you feel like you're getting a producer's block, what do you do to come out of that?
Sometimes I'll just start off with like a melody or 2, and then I just marinate on it. They come back to it. Or sometimes I just start off with like the drum, and then just try to get a feel of it and just go from there pretty much. So it's not really a big process that I do. It's just something that I'd rather for it to just happen naturally than for me to force it.
Oh, so if you kind of step away from the board, step away from the setup, and just kind of clear your mind. I don't know, take a drink, smoke a blunt. I don't know. Yeah. Just go out and kick it and just live life, man, and then just come back to it. Just come back to it and go on in. All right. So we see that you got you had a placement on the soundtrack for Furious 7, and there was a question that I asked earlier. If you had to choose, I know it's not about choosing, but if you had to pick, what do you think would be the best way a producer should go and focus most of their energy on producing and trying to get their tracks licensed for film and TV, or just producing for artists? Which one of these do you think brings the most success and the most money, and which one is the most headache?
The most headache?
Yeah.
The most headache?
Yeah.
Man, dealing with the artist. Dealing with the artist, man, is a headache. But and dealing with the label too, it can become a headache at some point. But all of it is pretty much like in the same category, because you could have like a song that reach critical mass and become a big hit, and then you'll have like video game, movies, commercials. They'll actually come in, and then you'll notice, and they'll like want permission for you to put it from me or from anybody that produced to put it on like music systems or commercial or a movie. So it all kind of like it comes hand in hand. When you make a hit, you'll have all that type of, you just have all type of people reaching out, wanting to just work with you and try to, use your music for certain things, and so it's not like you can have the avenue to reach out, and I'm not saying don't reach out to create those opportunities for yourself, because you should network it, build other bridges and reach out. But when it comes, a lot of times when it comes down to you making bangers like that, they reach out immediately because they want to put it on something, right, or later on down the line, a couple years, you'll hear it on a movie or commercial or something like that. So, all right. So that was also one I wanted to know, because when I seen that you had the placements on the movies and stuff, I was like, which one of these would you suggest? So can you give any information out to a young producer right now that may be listening to you? You feel me? What would be one thing that you would say to a young producer listening to this segment right now,
the number one piece of advice you would give them as far as moving forward and trying to be successful in the music industry? What's the one thing you would tell them over everything?
I would just say, just come in the game. You know, come in the game your own unique way, man. You know, don't try to emulate anybody, or don't try to, you know, emulate a way somebody has came up in the game. You know, just stay in your lane. You know, just be yourself. Just work on your craft. You know, continue to work on your sound and build your network up. You know, still, you know, build your bridges. You know, if any, you know, showcase your work. You know, and the money is gonna come. You know, the money shouldn't be the priority. You know, when it comes down to something you really love, because I feel like if you're in the industry, you're in this type of industry, you have to really like love it, because it's all, you know, you're gonna take risks, you're gonna take a lot of chances with this stuff, you know, and it's not gonna be an easy road, you know. So, you know, it most definitely has to be something you love to do. So, you know, just stay focused, stay consistent, you know, stay down, keep working, work on your sound. You know, try different things. Don't just be subject to just one genre of music. You know, work on all different types, you know.
Right.
You don't have to work on, like, pop all the time. You know, it's all different types of genres out here. So once your name gets bigger, you know, all these other people that work in different genres are most definitely going to reach out. So you got to be ready. You got to be ready. You got to have
Interesting.
You got to be ready. So you got to just, you know, continue to work on that craft and build your network. You know, build good relationships and maintain, most of all, you know, maintain your relationships.
Relationships are key. And if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
Man. Just keep working and just stay grounded, stay humble, man, and just keep working. That's all I can say.
All right. If you and like he said, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. So, you know, if what you do is if what you do is a certain kind of beat or whatever, but you know, once you get into this game, you're gonna start hobnobbing and meeting all these other people in all these other kind of genres. Maybe EDM, maybe if you're mostly a hip hop rap producer, you may start meeting people in R&B. You may definitely want to make sure that you start, you know, trying to cook up some of those beats on your own. So when you know when they reach out, you kind of already, you know, maybe have something ready for them. Let me ask you this, one real quick though, and then we got to get to Case Boogie. When you're producing as a producer, do most of your tracks get picked up beats that you cook up and then the artist comes in and they hear them and they already done, or would you rather sit down and work one-on-one with the artist and kind of cook it up together in the studio while they're sitting right there? What's your preference? Which one has the most success for you?
Yeah, most of the time they already be done, so I already know, like, I have an ear for what they already want, so I'll just make it. You know, whenever they have a studio session, we just pull up, they just go through the list, they take what they want, or they just might take them all. And then we just, you know, we just keep it going like that, unless they really have like something in mind that they just want to build from that, from you know, build brick by brick. But majority of the time, you know, that's just pretty much where most of all the big hits came from. It just needs to having stuff already in the vault, you know, that I know that they would like. So I just give it to them, and you know, we just see the magic happen, you know, right after that.
All right. Well, I appreciate your time, man. Thank you for coming through and chopping it up with us, man. WillAFool, right there on K-100 Radio, man. Shout out to the homie, man, for coming through and checking out the MICC Music Industry Conference call. We really appreciate his time. Before you go, man, I want you to tell everybody what you got coming up and how if they want to get in contact with you, maybe. I know you might not want to give out maybe your personal number, but if they want to contact you about maybe working with you or anything like that, how can they get in touch with you?
They could just follow me on Instagram at WillAFool, same on all platforms. You can just hit me up on those three. You know, they have email and phone number information that you can use to contact me, you know, if you're interested in, you know, inquiring or getting a beat or, you know, any type of production or music assistance from me. You can just hit me up on those three. And as far as like all the music that I got coming up, man, I got a lot of stuff that's coming out, but they don't want me to say nothing about it on in interviews.
Oh,
so
why?
I can't really
Why now? You can't even tell us who you working
with.
Man,
they don't. Man, I gotta text today because I was trying to figure out a date. The song was supposed to come out, and they told me to just keep it on the rest because they didn't want it to be, you know, to leak out in the public like that. So I can't really even speak on the project that I got going on right now.
All right. Well, I guess we just have to hear about it when we hear about it. I wouldn't mind an exclusive though.
Yeah,
but I
man.
ain't gonna tell nobody. I tell you what, if you could,
Yeah,
you
man.
could tell us right now, and I ain't gonna put it on social media, even though this shit going all broadcasting all across the world. Maybe nobody might not know. Pay attention. Maybe nobody might not share it. I don't know. I don't want to get you in no trouble. I'm fucking with you. All right. WillAFool right now, K-100 Radio. Don't tell us. We'll just have to wait like everybody else. But I appreciate the time, bro. All right?
All right, man.
For sure. K-100 Radio. And we're live right now.
You are tuned to K-100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
K-100, you bastards.
On K-100 Radio, the music industry conference call right now, man. It's been great so far, man. Shout out to WillAFool. Shout out to Corey Moore, our first two guests that we had. We still got Casey Graham coming up, and we still got DJ Monte, tracking him down. Right now, let's go to our next guest real quick. Case, let me see.
Yo.
Case Boogie, what's going on, bro? What's happening?
Man, ain't too much. I'm jumping off calls and going from here to there, man. So I made it in time.
All right, man. We got you right here. Let's load it up, man. Real quick, I want to let you introduce yourself to our broadcast real quick. You got the floor, man. Tell them who you are real quick.
Man, I'm a producer and engineer, Grammy winning. At that, I worked on the song Blame It on Alcohol with Chris Henderson. That's where I got my Grammy at. And, man, it's just like a family on that record. You know, a lot of people got a Grammy from that. And, man, just a lot of placement work coming from the TV world and production, working with Hidden Beach with Jill Scott and engineering in the early days of T-Sweat, man. Oh, my gosh, this is a lot of people. Trying to make sure I don't forget anything.
Let me help you out.
Man.
Let me help you out. Key Sweat, Jamie Foxx, let's see, Arrested Development, Keisha Cole, Idris Elba, Boys in the Hood, Dwelle. You want me to keep going? We got everything.
Yeah, there we go.
That's about right.
Like, man,
that sounds about right.
I forgot, man. Yeah.
No, we understand.
Yeah,
we understand.
Man,
No, we did our research, fam. We did our research, man. And congratulations on the Grammy win and everything, man. And I definitely got a lot of questions to ask you about that whole situation. You know, just being Grammy nominated, and you know the way a lot of people are perceiving the Grammys for urban music. You know, I don't know if you know this, but like me and Muggs a Million, both of us are part of the Recording Academy, so we're both people that vote on the Grammys.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And we've been on a crusade trying to just get everybody to understand that it ain't all about it ain't always they fault. It's a lot of us that don't get involved with the Grammy process that should, as far as being quote unquote music professionals that are not voting, and it's not them trying to keep you out. Your ass just ain't being a part of it. You know what I'm saying? And It's a lot of stuff that we could talk about on that. You feel me? So I want to get into some of that stuff with you since you just took that award home, man. You feel me? And definitely chop it up with you about that. But before we start, I always ask, I'm going to ask everybody this first question. All right. Can you tell me one or two of your most successful tracks, and then give me one or two of the tracks that you just like the most as a producer that was crafted with the artist that you just felt like was bangers? Real quick.
I'd probably say, well, the successful producer project, because I mix a lot with engineering and production. So I'll say I would definitely have to give it to Blame It. That's going to be the most successful, because that still lingers on today.
Right.
And I still get work off that, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm going to probably say my first TV placement. So I'm going to say the moves that made me, that changed my trajectory. First TV placement on TV One, and Blame It, because both of them still get me work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they keep me working in the world that I like to work. So yeah.
Okay. So the placement and the number one hit, but what about the two songs that you just like? One or two songs that you just feel like, I fucking love those records. Those were just so dope. Which ones?
I'm gonna say, man, I like that joint I did last year with Arrested Development, but I'm trying to think.
That's a tough question.
Man, I gotta go back and look at my own discography.
You gotta look at your own discography. It's a lot of music, ain't it? It's a lot of music though. Yeah.
It's a lot, man. It's 12 years worth. You know what I'm saying? It's all mixed in for me. So I do a lot of work with independent, and then just moving into the library aspect of it. I started moving, into the library music style of recording. So
tell me about that. Let's hold on.
Right now,
you know what? This is really important, and for several things that we've got going on over at K-100 Radio. Let's bring some of our producers and people into that world. You feel what I'm saying? Bring some of our producers into the world of producing for film, TV, licensing, libraries. When you say that, because some people are going to be listening to this, and we want to use this as an educational tool. You feel me? And some people just don't understand what it is that you just said. When you say you get into doing music for libraries, break that down. What is that for? Why are you doing it? How has it helped you?
Okay, so basically, I like working in the library aspect. Is this? It's music that's released from a business-to-business transaction only, right? So one business to the next business. I'm not selling coming from an independent record label and selling down to the consumer so they can stream it. That's one way. But the other way is I'm taking product, and it's never going to see the light of day for the public until they see it in the movies or on TV. So it works like this. I got 1,000 tracks in my library that I can't offload fast enough for artists. So what I do is I take it and I compile those tracks and retrofit them so it works for TV. I take those and then I sell it to the library companies or to the sync licensors and do deals with them so that those tracks can make some money. Because you don't want the track sitting on your drive.
Yes.
You know? You don't want to have to wait on the artist. Oh man, you know what I'm saying? If you got an independent artist, man, I got 2 stacks or whatever, 3 stacks. But that's just one go round. I need all this making money for me. You got all this intellectual property sitting on your hard drive. So it shouldn't sit there. It should be making money for you while you sleep. And then let the artist stuff make money as it comes. And then you making money in 2 different tracks. You see what I'm saying?
I totally understand what you're
saying.
saying.
Now you move different ways.
Yeah. I totally understand what you're saying. I wanted you to break that down for everybody that's listening, because I'm a preacher of trying to get music to people in libraries and stuff like that, because I just feel like essentially that's where all of this stuff is going to end up going. It's going to be at some point. It's just like everybody's just bleeding the music turnip dry when it comes to just selling music, for albums and mixtapes or whatever. They've bled it dry almost, to me, it seems. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting paid all your money off streaming and everything. And so, for me, licensing and all that is just where it's at for artists and producers. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get that, because the businesses, they're gonna always have the money. The corporations and Hollywood, they're gonna keep the money. They're gonna keep some money. You feel what I'm saying? Miramax, whoever, Tyler Perry, you make more money for visual than you do for music 10 times over, right? Easy. So that's just the nature of it. So, but I want you to, if you don't mind, a tad bit more specifics when you said, okay, I get it to the licensors and the syncing people. Who are these people? How do you meet these people? How do producers get in touch with those guys to get their music to these libraries that people are picking from?
Well, my process was this. I actually went into a publisher. I was in LA, and I got invited to a studio session. So this is my introduction to it. And they were like, "Hey, we need a song for this show on TV One." I'm like, "All right, bet. I ain't really doing nothing tonight, so I'll come through." I slid through, and I did it. And what I came to find out was that there's music supervisors that work on these shows.
Yes.
They're the ones music into the show, right?
Right.
So I said, wait a minute, it's a whole market out here to sell this music? You mean to tell me that I can go in with my songwriters or rappers too? Songwriters and rappers too. You know what I'm saying? Your homies or whatever that's rapping, and you got, this music that needs to be moved. So for me, the first step was, okay, well, who's the music supervisor? Then I started learning. I said, well, it's not just music supervisors, it's coordinators. Everybody has a contact. So you email them, you cold email them in the most way you can. And then that's how you start getting your head wrapped around how this side of the business works. And you realize that, okay, these people pay on time. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, wait a minute, all right, they pay on time. So those are the first 2 people. But they're like the hottest new age A&Rs. So, you got your record label A&Rs, that's one thing, that's cool. But the music supervisors, these are the golden ones that everybody wants. You see them rolling on the end credits of these shows. Those are the first people who you're going to contact. The higher up you go with those music supervisors, the less contact you're going to have with them. The lower you go down the list, you can talk to them. The higher you go up that list, you're going to run into the front desk lady, this, that, and the third, and they're not as easy to get in contact with. So then now you want to find another way in the door, and when there's a will, there's a way. You find a way into that door through music publishers and sync licensors.
Right.
All right? So you got your music supervisor, you got a sync licensor, and you have a music publisher. Top 3 ways to get your music on TV and film. Not, oh, man, I know somebody that knows somebody. Man, those 3 people right there. All right?
Right.
Top 3 ways in.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. For those of you, again, you know what I'm saying? If I can say the same thing, which I have, you know what I'm saying, on the show, but I've never won a Grammy. So they don't take me. I don't know if they don't believe me or what or whatever. I haven't won a Grammy like you have. You know what I'm saying? So Case Boogie has, and he just told you with all these placements and stuff that he's got going on, what he did, which was talk to the same people we've been trying to preach to y'all over here on K-100 Radio. So I hope you guys are paying attention from the mouth of this guy. All right, but that's the move. That's what I'm trying to get. That's what I'm trying to preach and re-preach to everybody. Hold on. Let me see if Muggs is on the line real quick. I think Muggs fell off the line, but he wanted to come back on. Muggs.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I've been on here. I was wondering. I was like, man, I'm saying stuff. I ain't hearing nobody responding back. What the hell?
All right, what's going on? What up?
No, that's all good. KCG, what up with you, boy?
Man, what's happening, man? I wanted to say something, man, because me and Muggs, man, we did a project together.
Yeah, I'm over here yelling. I'm like, hold up, man. All them credits he yelling out people you don't work with. You got them, hey, Muggs a million in there, too, somewhere. You feel me, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, but now we connected, actually, man. I'm glad you brought up the film stuff with him, though, because that's why I brought Casey on, man, because that's his specialty, man. Like, that's how we actually even first touched bases, was leaving the Georgia Music Day event downtown at the World Congress building or whatnot, man, and we touched bases on working together for a movie project, man, working together, putting music together for a film, man. So that's his expertise, man. That's what he do. And, even something else he was saying that I want a lot of people to realize, I just was schooling some young cats on it at SAE earlier, but how he got in the dough by engineering and then opened up a world for him as a producer, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Producers out there that can work their board, don't limit yourself to just trying to make beats for artists, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Different routes open up different doors for you, man. Those engineers, they get to see a side of these artists that a producer or another rapper or whatever won't get to see, man. They let their guard down for that engineer. You know what I mean? They trusting him with his life at that moment, man, in that studio session. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to learn, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's just all about getting in the building, man. You might not be able to walk straight through the front door, but if you get through a side window, man, do what you got to do. And Casey Graham is a prime example of that, man, and then walked away with a Grammy for it, too. So, man, look at God. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is how, like, me and I think that I might have mentioned this to you, Muggs, a while ago. Slade the Monster that does a lot of stuff with Lil Uzi Vert and all that.
Yeah.
We had a conversation last year about that. I was like, man, what was the way that you got started? He was like, man, really, I just started engineering sessions, and then Lil Uzi would be in the studio all the time on the sessions I would engineer, and one day it was like they didn't have no beats to write to, and he was like, well, man, I got some beats.
Yeah, and I was man, turn up. Come on, man. You never know.
What's the dude named Burroughs that worked with David Banner all the time?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Burroughs, he's an engineer, but he's a producer as well. And then he started working with Banner, and Banner's like, well, man, I need some keys. And the next thing you know, you're right on there. So don't neglect.
Come on.
In school and learn how to engineer and actually, getting on this grind and going in the back door, because a lot of times you can shoot tracks to artists all day, but you need that FaceTime and that relationship time with the artist. And sometimes engineering is a hot way to go.
All right.
Yes, sir.
I love that answer.
Sir.
So for all my producer engineers out there, all the producer engineers out there, you guys take heed to what he just said. There's a couple things that they just dropped, and I want to make sure it doesn't go over everybody's head. Now everybody doesn't know how to. Some of you guys are calling yourselves engineers, and you're really not. You know what I'm saying? But if you are actually an engineer, you know, if you are an engineer, man, like they just said, I think that's really great advice and a really great conversation to hear because again, there's several ways to get around these people. You feel me? It's about getting around these people and then presenting yourself. Sometimes you can't walk in with your shit in your hand like, yo, I got this. No, sometimes you walk in and working where you're needed, and then in conversation, in passing, oh, by the way, I've got this. And a lot of times people are more accepting of it at that particular moment when you're doing something. Like when you're doing anything, if you just think about regular life, not even just the music industry, a lot of times if you just sitting around chopping up with somebody and then somebody brings something up and then you say, oh, I've got that. At that point, they was already trying to find whatever the fuck it was anyway. And so you say you've got that. Now, if what you present them is up their alley, it doesn't feel like you're forcing. Yeah, it doesn't feel like you're forcing them to eat up their. At that point, you're not. They don't feel like they're giving you their time. At that point, they feel like you're doing them a favor. You feel what I'm saying? And
there you go.
Everything switches.
There you go, man.
Everything switches. You know what I'm saying? Great conversation.
Yeah. And then, like you said, and then something else he touched on too, like you said, real quick for the artists that might be tuning in. If you are an artist, rapper, whatever, singer, whatnot, if you're writing your own lyrics, man, you are a songwriter. Always look at yourself as a songwriter first, man. The same way with a producer, man. You know what I'm saying? Think about more ways to get your music out there other than iTunes, man. There's more ways to sell and get your music to the world, man, and make money off your music than just trying to hope it's gonna be number one on the Billboard, man.
Absolutely. So, all right, let's jump back into this thing over here with Case Boogie. All right, Casey Graham. K-100 Radio.
Yes,
you are tuned to K-100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
K-100, you bastards.
All right. So, like I said, and this has been a really good dynamic mix of topics that we've had tonight. By the way, man, we've covered a lot over here, man. I'm so glad that we had a chance to chop it up with about the publishing, and we talked it up about managers and placements and all kind of good stuff and leasing. I saw also real quick though. Case Boogie, that you do have on your website, which is caseboogieatl.com. Go and check it out. That you do have beats available that people can download and get or whatever. What's the going rate for a Case Boogie beat from an independent artist? You know what I'm saying? What do you do leases? What do you feel about the whole environment of leasing tracks out or stuff like that? We talked about that earlier, but I don't think he was on the line at that moment. But I see that you got him on your website.
Because I know who else? WillAFool was on earlier, and then Corey Moore was on before that. And I had another call I was on, so I really wish I was going to be on for that one. My thing is with leasing is when you're unknown, just make sure that contract that you have on your lease, you know what I'm saying, like your purchase lease thing, is set in stone how you want it. Because it's going to become a time where when you want to level up, that the leasing thing will really tie you up. You know what I'm saying? You'll have the people that you might have leased the same beat 1,000 times, and you know what I'm saying? You got a great leasing business going on, and then you want to turn around and sell that beat to somebody that's going to really take it out of here. You kind of got to have your ducks in a row and figure out, or you know what I'm saying, set a couple beats aside and say, hey, I'm just going to lease these beats. These are lease beats only. Leave them over there. And the rest of the stuff is going to be made for shopping elsewhere. So don't mix up your lease beats with the stuff you're going to do for film. Don't mix up your lease beats with the stuff that you're going to shop to the actual artist who's going to pay for it.
Okay.
And then if it's something that, you know what I'm saying, because leasing, man, it causes a nightmare when it comes to copyright. It really do. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that contract that you have in there is straight. And if you're going to lease, because sometimes I do lease, I lease on the back end, and I don't lease for like $25. I lease for like $300.
Okay.
All right. You know what I mean?
All right, right.
So, if you want me to break it down, I'll break it down. You know,
man, break it down. Break it down.
I mean, but I want to ask him about the Grammy stuff. If you want to know those actual, prices, and you want to get with Case Boogie, CaseBoogieATL.com, CaseBoogieATL.com. Go over there. He got services on the services tab. Click that. Get you a quote. And matter of fact, while I'm over here talking about his website, he's got something very, very a technical part that he's got up here that I've got to mention for everybody who's interested he's got they do mastering over there, and when you're mastering a track on his website, it says step number 1: audio file must have 3 dB of headroom to master. Number 2, the audio file must have 3 dB of headroom to master. Number 3, the fucking audio file must have 3 dB of headroom to master. And fourth, and lastly, don't miss this part, the audio file must have 3 dB of headroom to fucking master. Those are his 4 requirements.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, why is that so important? Can you just really jump into that real quick for the artists and the producers? Why is that so important? You do mastering services. Why is that so important? Can you just tell everybody what that is real quick?
Because, I mean, to keep it simple, the beat, you know, when the levels are hitting that 0 area, you know, that red that you see on whatever it is you make, you don't want to have it just constantly sitting at that red, because say your kick drum, it's not going to hit as hard as you want. You think it's hitting hard because it's loud, but it has to have room to go from the yellow to the red or from the green to the red. It's a simple, it's physics, it's a little scientific, but, I mean, for me, I study under, like 3 mastering engineers now, you know what I'm saying, to learn it, sitting under them, learning, asking, taking notes and all this stuff. So the beat, the kick drum, with you know, in hip-hop and rap and what everybody wants, it just got to have a place to hit. It's got to go somewhere. If you don't have nowhere for it to go, it's just going to be loud. It ain't going to bang in the club like you want it to.
Right.
So prime example would be Trap 808s is out here now, where it's like, man, it's got some lows in it, but it ain't hitting the way I wanted to hit. That's because it's too loud already. You know what I'm saying? So for all the producers out there that's listening, if you're going to get somebody to master it, whether it's in the bedroom or whether it's in an actual mastering house facility, just give them that headroom, because they're going to make it loud anyway. But you got to give them that headroom to work on it, to do some surgery to your joint before, you know what I'm saying, before they turn it up.
Also, something that I've said 1,000 times on K-100 Radio, but when a Grammy Award-winning producer and mix engineer says it, maybe you'll listen. Okay.
Man, come on now. Come on now.
Hold on real quick. Let me pause real quick. Let me check and see if this is DJ Monte. DJ Monte, this you, bro? 803?
Nah, this is Dick James, bro.
Oh, Dick James. Oh, stand by. What, you had a question?
Just signing in. You sent me the link, so I figured I'd check in with y'all tonight.
Oh, okay. All right.
Man, we appreciate you tuning in, bro.
For sure, Timo. The homie Absolutely, Timo James. Man. Thank you for calling in, tuning in, and checking us out. All right, so let me jump back over here to Case Boogie. All right, Case Boogie. One last thing I want to address with you, bro, is about the Grammys. Now, tell everybody again. Tell everybody again the record that you've got the Grammy Award for, if you don't mind, real quick.
Yeah, so it was for Jamie Foxx, Blame It on the Alcohol. That's what I got it for.
All right. What role did you play on everything? You know, what role did you play on the record?
My role that I played on that record was I was engineering. I knew the record was a hit before it came out. We knew it was a hit. When I heard it for the first time, it was halfway done, and so I was basically an engineer and an editor. I had only been in the game for 2 years, didn't know much about anything about the business. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I knew when I heard it, I was like, yeah, that's. I was glad to be a part of it. I followed that song.
Right.
Everything before Jamie even got on it, it was other people that wanted that record. You know what I mean? It was a lot of other people that wanted it. It went through a lot of hands. So,
right.
Yeah, man.
So you got you hit him up. You got the award. Now, there's me, of course, like I said earlier, me and Muggs, we've been on a crusade to try to recruit more of us, more black people.
Casey know, I done been on him about it.
Right, about getting more of us involved in the actual Grammy process, becoming members of the Recording Academy and all that, and actually shaping the narrative. You feel me? Instead of just trying to, just trash it so much. And I can tell you, I was guilty of it myself. I myself used to talk a lot of shit about the Grammy Awards until I actually met somebody, and they was like, listen, why don't you just try to be you well qualified. I'm pretty sure you can get in. I tried, they accepted me, and now for the past, this is my 4th year, I've been voting on the awards myself, and I always vote, in the producers categories, hip hop and R&B, and of course the main one, song of the year, album of the year, and all that. Right. So let me ask you this: I'm pretty sure you're familiar with the process. What do you think it would take to get more producers, artists, just qualified, well-qualified black people, black music professionals to get involved with the process to stop all this damn complaining they do every year the Grammys come out? What do you think? What do you think we can do to help that?
I mean, you know what? Let me say this, because I don't know how many people listening. It's the recording category. You gotta look at it as more than just a place to vote for the Grammy. It's like it's a fraternity that you can get involved with. I call it a fraternity, sorority, whatever you would call it. Some type of, common union that you can get involved with, that you can build so many the relationships that you want to build, they're there, right?
Right.
So even if you move voting out of the way, the usefulness of the Recording Academy is there for the networking of getting from point A to point B, and point B is being that place that you always wanted to get to, because everybody who you kind of want to talk to is either in the Atlanta chapter, LA chapter, Nashville chapter, New York chapter. They're there, and all you have to do is utilize it and go to the event. It's the same thing as if you were a member of ASCAP or BMI and you went to their event. So now the added benefit is now that you can submit your stuff to get voted on for the Grammy. And that's the plus. That's the icing on the top. The awards is the icing. It's the networking, the closed-off networking and that exclusive networking that you get in the Recording Academy that makes it so sweet. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So to get us
right.
with the Recording Academy, I thought I would just throw that out there, because, you know what I'm saying, you can network at a lot of events, but you kind of go through a lot of BS at, public events.
Right.
When you get into these industries that are closed off, you get to see some of the movers and shakers, and I think that's what a lot of producers and songwriters that may be on this line need to understand. Just get involved with the communities that you're in, whether it be TSAC, ASCAP, the Recording Academy, BMI, you name it. Get to those exclusive events and start networking there. That's the true benefit of it. The awards is icing on top. And then if you're mad about the awards, well, then just become a voting member. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And get and
Yeah. All of that stuff that we've been saying, we've been preaching. I mean, me and Muggs, I think he has some background noise, but I got you. I think you got it cleared up. So I had.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah, that was my bad. I should have hit mute.
Right. So everything that Case Boogie just said is just like so important, man. You feel me? In the grand scheme of things, and it's one of the reasons that once I became a member of the Recording Academy, I've made it kind of like my mission. You feel what I'm saying? To try to help and spread the word to other music professionals. And the thing is, it's people that's listening probably right now on Instagram, right now on Facebook, who probably can qualify, and they just have it. And they like, oh, well, you got to pay a membership fee. The shit is like the price of a pair of sneakers, fam. A year. Per year. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it to me, it's just completely crazy that people are using the price of all things. The price of membership.
And look,
it's not.
Man,
I don't even want to talk about that. That's crazy.
Real quick, I want to give people some inside info too, real quick. You know what I'm saying? And I should be good to put this out there because it was a year ago in the process. But I was on the membership committee down there in Atlanta, and I remember going to one of the membership meetings, and some of the people that we had recently got signed up for as members. This was in 2016. Now, guess who popped up on that list as recent members that just had got signed up? The Migos.
Right.
And now here they is, boom, this year, and you wonder why they was nominated. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because they got a part of the process, and they made sure that they was able to be in a position to submit their own music, vote for it, spread the word around to their peoples, and thus you see them nominated for Grammys now. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it works, man.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. All true factuals that I saw in black and white the year after I just seen them on the membership list as new members. And the year after they sign up as members, bro, they nominated for Grammys, man.
Period. It's
just
very
like
simple.
That.
It's very simple. Hold on one second, fellas.
Just like that.
Let me see if this is DJ Monte. 443-754. This is Monte? I think.
What it is, bro?
What's going on, bro? There you go. All right.
This your boy Don Diesel. This your boy Don Diesel calling in from Baltimore City, man. What it is?
Oh, what's going on? I thought it was DJ Monte.
Okay. Well, no, that ain't Monte. Yeah, no, that ain't DJ Monte.
Who is this again?
Appreciate you checking in, though, bro. Appreciate you checking in.
This Don Diesel, bro. Don Diesel, entertainer, artist, you feel me? CEO, local non-profit owner, you feel me?
Oh, okay.
Baltimore City in the building.
All right, Baltimore in the building, man. You guys are going through some of them, man, with that public transportation shutting down. Sheesh. What in the hell? Y'all got
man.
Going on. That's crazy.
It's a lot going on in the city. You feel me? You know, they was shutting down the schools for a while. They couldn't get the heat on for real, man. It's a lot of crazy stuff in the infrastructure going on around here.
That's crazy, man. Well, I appreciate you checking in. Did you have a question for Case Boogie, real quick, since you're on the line?
Yeah. I did want to ask a quick question that's pertaining to what y'all was talking about. First off, definitely congratulations on all y'all success in the game so far, and you know, all the good work that y'all doing. But pertaining to the thing that you were just speaking on as far as, like, you know, us putting ourselves in positions to actually get on those committees and things like that, do you think going through, like, agencies to this point would be, like, null and void, and just to do things more independently, or to still kind of play with those, like, promotional companies that can more or less be doubled as consultant agencies that can get you in those different places as well on your own? Like, what do you think is the best way to go about that?
All right.
Well, let me ask, before you, agency. What do you mean by agency? What are you talking about? Music promotion or?
Well, like they have two different types that I'm speaking on specifically. Like, I'm speaking, of course, they have the music promotion companies that, you know, can be like blogs, and they have 5 or 6 different profiles that tweet your music out. But I also mean like consultant agencies or talent agencies that, you know, have opportunities where they can get you bookings and get you in like BET award shows and things like that. Like to the point of is that something that you think is something that we just buying into just to get into that system, or you think that we can do that independently as well to get in those places without actually selling all that music to get in those places? You know what I mean? That's basically what I'm saying.
Okay. And last question I ask you, do you have an artist?
Yes, I'm an artist myself, and I also have artists that I'm affiliated with as well. I sent some music down to K-100 before, and I had a music session that I sent my music as well to the Music Mag.
Making the Mag?
What is it? Music Mag. Making the Mag. Yeah, right. The Making the Mag. It was like a listening session, and they played some of my music down there, so I got a lot of feedback from a few people down there as well. Blizzum from K-100 and you know, a few different people. So, yeah, I'm an artist, and I have affiliate artists as well.
Okay.
All right. So, if y'all don't mind, Muggs, let me answer this question, because I have an artist myself. And I actually have a team, man. It's been a long time coming for me to actually have my own artist and actually have a nice A-list team behind them. So when it comes to like online promotion and things like that, dealing with the blog, let me keep it clear, because I'm on artist number 13. You know what I'm saying? And finally, just learning the science behind all of this through all the technology changes and everything like that, through the blog age. The blog age is gone. So if somebody comes to you talking about something, they can get stuff on the blogs. Let me be clear that blogs only will account for a maximum of 13% of your overall traffic. That's not in terms of conversions to sales. You're talking about 13% of all of the traffic that will come to see you will be coming in from blogs, into your social media sites, into your websites, whatever you have. So the online promotional people that say they can get you the exposure you need, is a lot of times it's a scam now. It used to be cool back in the day. I think what was that DJ Fool? Was like Green Tracks or something like that?
Oh, Green Tracks is Green. I don't even know. I mean, I don't know who's listening or whatever, but I mean, Green Tracks is totally not what that was. What is that now? Now there are some effective DJ pools now that I can attest and tell you that as a program director. There are some that are good, but not that one is completely fell off to me. Like, that's
And the thing is, like, it's certain DJ pools that you want to verify the pool first, and you want to verify that if they're going to send this stuff, First of all, I wouldn't even deal with the mass email stuff. I would go directly to the DJ pool that I know would get it directly to the DJs, right? That's one out. Because if we're talking about strictly, DJ mailers and online promotion, that's one way. Now, the agent, and I'll answer the second part of your question when it comes to getting shows. If you're doing it, you're coming out of Baltimore, you're doing it on a local level, right? There's some things that artists need to be aware of. You have what is called a talent buyer, and you have a booking agent. The talent buyers are the people that buy talent for the venue, or the venue talent buyer themselves. They actually work at the venue, and they go out and they look for talent that can actually come into their venue to do a show, right? If you do a great show, then the talent buyer may refer you to a booking agent. That booking agent charges a fee, kind of like a management fee on top of the booking price. Two different things, but these people get you booked. You do great shows, and you go from the talent buyer to the booking agent to an agency, just like that. So if you're going from $100 a show, and then you're going to jump to $1,000 a show, by the time you get to the agent, you're probably running at $7,500 to $12,500 entry level on the agent. That's how it goes. Talent buyer, booking agent, agent. Talent buyer, booking agent, agent. So that's how the show world works, like that.
All
hope
right.
I answered. Hope I answered the question.
Yeah, it's pretty comprehensive, man. I was basically just looking for that insight. Basically, what you're saying is to go at the talent buyers directly first, and instead of trying to, climb up that ladder. But at the same time, I've been reached out to from some booking agencies because my music was on different platforms, and I had fans in different continents, and Entertainment Tonight follows me. A lot of different things. Labels done reached out, so I don't know. Maybe the agency level is something that I might have skipped and jumped the level, but I see what you're saying. Like, try to go directly to the talent buyers because those are the ones that will get you paid for the shows and actually get you in with the booking agents and up to that level. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So I mean, I think it's all customary. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to say your situation would tailor fit that. But it's all customary. You may already do 1,000 or 3,500 or 5,000 a show. I don't know what your base calls for, but either way, if the booking agent or the agency feels that they can get you a show and they have seen your show, they liked your show, and they feel that they can get the money that they can get for you, then go for it. As long as you feel like they're working for you and you can pick up the phone and get them on the phone, then do it. I'd do it.
Appreciate that. Definitely, man. I appreciate that, bro. Definitely. Right. Good insight, man. Like I said, thanks a lot, Corey Moore, WillAFool. Shout out to all y'all, DJ Monte, if you ain't calling. Yeah, Casey Graham, all y'all, man. Y'all definitely give good information to the people, man. Tell my man Blizzard I said what it is, too, bro.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for calling in.
Right.
Appreciate it. Well, I appreciate your expertise on that, and that was a great answer. I couldn't have said it any better myself. And again, it always sounds better coming from the guy with the Grammy. Right? Yeah. It always sounds better coming from those guys. We can tell y'all, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like how your mama may tell you something, but then, you don't believe it. Mama, she's talking about it. Then somebody go out in the street and they tell you, you be like, oh, word? For real, bro? Yeah, bro, but mama told you the same shit.
Same mama just told you.
Mama told you the same shit. That's kind of how. But we love our artists, and we love everybody that's over here checking us out at K-100 Radio. We really appreciate everybody who's been rocking with us for this whole segment, man. It's really been great. This music industry conference call with our guest. DJ Monte hit me on IG a minute ago, and he was somewhere where he couldn't get on the call, but he hit me up. And he just hit me up on the IG, so hopefully we can still get him to call in because we still got a couple of minutes. So hopefully we can still get him on the line. But either way, it was so much information that was given out. Like, I'm good right now. You know what I'm saying? Because in between WillAFool, Corey Moe, and Case Boogie, man, it was like some real jewels given out and plenty of games. So it was definitely a success. Anything you want to close out with, Case Boogie, before we go, bro?
So my artist, man, you can check her out. She's like she sings jazz, but she sings over lo-fi and like current day indie R&B style music. She goes by the name of Baby Rose. You can follow her at Baby Rose Music on Instagram or go to babyrosemusic.com. I am Case Boogie. You can find me at caseboogieatl.com. On Instagram, Case Boogie ATL. On Twitter and Facebook, Case Boogie ATL. Can't miss it. Case Boogie ATL.
All right, man. Make sure you hit him up, man. And I haven't had a chance like Muggs to work with you, but I would definitely myself just love to at some point get up with you, man, and chop it up because we haven't physically met. But I'm glad to have you on the broadcast on this show. I appreciate you taking your time out. And like I said, I definitely like to, I may hit you up myself. You just giving out this contact information. I may be the one to hit you up like, yo, let's chop it up. You feel me? Because
yes, sir.
Hit me up, man. My line is open, man. So anybody that's on the line, notifications, they'll be coming through my phone or emails. Hit me up.
Absolutely.
Oh, email info@BoogieATL. So yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Info at he said info at Case Boogie ATL.
And man, just vouching for working with him personally, man, you would never think that this was a Grammy-winning, super, successful type of engineer producer that he is, man. Super humble cat, down to earth, man. Super creative genius, man. Like, I got number love and respect for you, Case Boogie. You already know, bro. We just down, man. You my guy. So look, appreciate you, for joining in, man, and dropping jewels on the people, man.
Man, ain't no thing.
Absolutely, bro. Really appreciate it. All right. K-100 Radio.
You are tuned to K-100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
We normally have only like 3 people on the music industry conference calls anyway. I thought we was pushing it with 4. You know what I'm saying? But
it worked out, man.
It worked out. You know what I'm saying?
Because we called early.
Yeah,
Corey Mo called early.
It still worked out
perfect. In right quick, so it all worked out, man.
Yeah,
that was cool.
I thought we was pushing it, trying to do the 4 anyway, but you know what I'm saying. But at least DJ Monte hit me and he told me what was up, and he was like, man, it was something that came up. So I was like, I can't be mad at what he just told me on the Instagram. So he was like, okay. You know what I'm saying? But he'll make it up to me. He's a solid dude. I fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? So, I believe every word he just hit me up about. But anyway, we may have to get a one-on-one with him at another time or something like that. But anyway, we had a lot of information that was passed out tonight. We running up on the end of the show, end of the segment. We only got about 15 minutes scheduled left anyway. But a lot of things that will win over. But if you missed any parts of this, all right, I'm trying to tell you, man, again, major jewels was given out. Of course, we're going to post this on our YouTube page. We're going to post this on our SoundCloud page. It'll be up within 24 hours on both of them. Or you can go to the Facebook page and look at it from there. You feel me? And see some of the comments and some of the feedback. You feel what I'm saying? Either way it go, we leave the content up so you can have it, because again, this particular segment that we do with the music industry conference call is all about learning. Some people have conference calls and it's all about just talking to the guest and just learning about their music or about them. But for us, we use these as like teaching moments. Every time we do one of these, the goal is for you to learn something if you listen in. And I'm pretty sure each one of these guys had something that you could learn from if you didn't know. Some serious lessons. Like I said with Corey Mo, I think the most significant thing he said is he had a lawyer before he had a manager, a publicist, or anything early on. And that was a great reason for his success. WillAFool brought up some good points about working with artists beforehand and actually loving what it is that you do, because it's going to be a bumpy road. And if you actually love this shit, it won't seem so hard and so long, because you're going to do it any fucking way for free. And then just sit back, be patient, and shit will come to you. And all of the licensing information that Case Boogie gave out is just shit you pay for when you go to panels at music festivals. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's shit you pay for to get on, to hear. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit right there. You feel me? So I definitely felt like all 3 of the guests that did check in were great. Anything you want to add, Muggs, before we get ready to shut this one down?
Man, speaking of panels, man, I'm going to piggyback off of that, man. If you're in the Nashville area, I got a panel coming up this Saturday, February 17th, starting at 12 p.m. At the SAE Institute, downtown Music Row right there. I'm actually about to be, I got like 3 seats left. 3 to 4 seats left, maybe, man. RSVP's been coming in. I'm almost shut down. But if you want to sneak your RSVP in there, if you're in the Nashville area, the MICC@gmail.com. THEMICC info@gmail.com. I got about 4 seats left, doing a panel on making money behind the scenes in the music industry. So basically kind of covering some of this same stuff, man. Music licensing, the importance of PROs and performance royalties, and stuff like that, man. We're going to be talking about production and some of this same stuff we just covered, man. So you're in that Nashville area, you come check me out live and direct with that. And other than that, man, everything that was said, like you said, man, we here to educate the people, man.
Right.
I feel like by educating them and motivating them, we can elevate them. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way we're going to be able to take the industry to the next level is the independents and underground artists, man. We got to educate ourselves.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And something that, I keep hearing Corey Moe saying, and I feel like that myself at times, you know what I'm saying, Blizz, I'm sure you can relate too. Man, I'm old school, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, believe it or not, some of those old school ways, man, y'all new cats need to get up on as far as structure and business tactics, man. You know what I'm saying? I think that's something that really slipped away. Like you said, Kelby said, the generational breakdown is, our generation, man, we come from doing this for real. You know what I'm saying? We was young and first getting into it. You had to go pay for real studio time. Your partners never been having no studio. Back when I first cut my first record, you know what I'm saying, we was recording on 8-DAT.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? You had to record at real studios.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So you had to have your stuff together, man, and had to actually be about this business. You know what I'm saying? It is a business, and especially us ones that got a little older, we got families and stuff now, we don't have time to play with it. You know what I'm saying? So, if you in this and you playing with it, man, just try to move around out of the people way who really doing this for real, man. You know what I'm saying? That's my little key that I just want to throw out there to people, man. If you playing with it, and play with it somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Don't play with it in the areas where people doing this for real, man. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Keep the play stuff where you know what I mean? Just play over there. And then to your guy that tuned in on to just ask the question, man, my guy that was just on there from Baltimore, man, we're in a day and age now, man, where it's about direct to consumer and direct connections and affiliations with people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, the libraries and the agencies and all of that's cool, man. But, you know what I'm saying, you have to always think about the end of the day, especially when you're doing stuff online, the World Wide Web, there's a lot of hustles out there. People find a way to send you an email and say, hey, I found your music and check you out. I had people email me about stuff like that, and I'm like, okay, where I meet you at? And they can't even tell you a venue or tell you, you know what I'm saying, what song that you like the best on. You talking about you heard my music? What was your favorite song on the mixtape?
Yeah,
so, you got to learn how to pick these people and make sure they ain't just picking you. You see what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of hustles going on. Yeah. Everybody is an A&R now. Everybody got a label, and everybody got affiliations to this and affiliations to that. But, you know what I'm saying, one small last key advice, if anybody charging you such and such A&R or talent agency or whatever, and they charging you to listen to your music, come on, bro, you being hustled, dog.
First of all, A&Rs are not real A&Rs for major labels are not online soliciting people. Period.
No, they're not doing it.
That's just like common sense. That's the common sense
from
shit.
labels telling us that.
Yeah, that's common sense shit. You feel what I'm saying? That we just know that at this point in 2018, we should just know. But here's the thing, and people be like, how can you fall for the scam? Let me tell y'all something, man. Everybody like to talk shit about, how can you fall for this scam and that scam? But I'm gonna break something down to you. People, just like you getting older, new people are born every day, every second. You feel me? So even though we live in the age of Google, you still gonna have some 16, 17, 18-year-old kid who's just now getting their feet wet, or a 19-year-old person, or somebody maybe even 20 who just really started deciding to pursue music, who really just don't know. Even though the information is out there in Google, you can't just pick up Google and say, hey, Google, make me a music industry guru. No, you still got to know where to go, what resources to look for, what platforms to rock with, what shit that you read on the internet is actually wrong and not factual. You feel what I'm saying? You have to decipher all of this shit, fam. You feel me? So you can't just say, just Google everything and that's the answer just because we got Google now. You feel what I'm saying? We had books back in the day, libraries, and motherfuckers were still stupid.
Yes, sir.
You feel what I'm saying?
Go read them, bro.
Same information was in books.
Yes, sir.
So the main thing that when we doing this particular segment is to just give you, and again, people take information and soak it in. I don't know why. From people who they feel like have already done it for real, who've already reached a level of success, which is why we do the music industry conference call. So then we can sit here and tell you the same thing, but Blizzum hasn't won a Grammy. I've done a lot. I've accomplished a lot. Haven't won a Grammy. I vote for Grammys. Haven't won a Grammy. Well, we can bring a guy over here that's won a Grammy. Ask him the question. You feel what I'm saying? Let him answer the same
That's
answer,
real tough.
the same answer that I gave you already on one of the other episodes. He just gave you the answer. Maybe you'll digest it. Maybe you'll understand it. Maybe you'll believe it more. You shouldn't. You could research me just like you could research him. You feel me? But the whole point of us doing these shows is because there's always a new crop and new breed of people. You feel me? And then there's always people out here that are just passing out false information. And you may think you really know some shit and you really don't. So we try to make sure that all the accurate information is given out to the people on this particular platform. You feel me? And that's what this particular segment is all about with the MICC. So I appreciate everybody for checking out this particular segment with the producers. Again, if you missed any parts of this, check it out on our SoundCloud or our YouTube channel. Subscribe. The least you can fucking do. If you sat here and soaked up all this free game, the least you could do is go like our YouTube channel, subscribe to our YouTube channel. You feel me? And follow our SoundCloud. I mean, why? That's the least you could fucking do for us, fam. I mean, you could do more, but I mean, the least you could do for all this. I mean, it still costs us money for all these computers and all this internet shit to work, motherfucker. None of this shit is free. You know what I'm saying? So the least you could do was support us and tell a friend about it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Maybe generate some eyes our way, which in turn could generate more advertisers or opportunities for us to monetize what it is that we do over here at K-100 Radio. So don't soak up all our free game and then don't at least like our fucking YouTube channel on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, and go find your boy on IG, man. Find me on Instagram at MUGS_1,000,000.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my numbers up. MUGS_1,000,000. And we got an actual the MICC page. You can go like. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get more people in tune to the actual MICC page so I can start throwing out more games and doing some live videos and all that. So just find the MICC, MICC, just the way it is, THEMICC. Find the MICC on Facebook, like that, stay tuned for info, and find your boy Muggs a Million on Instagram, MUGS_1,000,000. Just like that.
Tamara Bubble says she's going to be. How far is Knoxville away from Nashville, Muggs?
She got like 2.5 hours, 3. You know what I mean? Come on, let me.
She said she's
gonna
be
worth the trip. We're giving away $1 million worth of game for free.
She said she's gonna be in Knoxville all weekend in the songwriting sessions, and she may come up there and holler at you for the MICC segment. So she just said that over on Facebook.
Hey, if she's doing songwriting sessions, tell her get at me for that too. I'm the right hook. Let's do that. But yeah, if she come through, holler at your boy. All
right. Appreciate everybody for rocking with us.
Sneak her through the back door. But yeah, man, we appreciate everybody tuning in. And again, man, everybody caught the segment earlier, man. Appreciate y'all, man, lifting my moms up in prayers and all of that good stuff, too, man. And all my ATL people, man, all my Grammy ATL people down that way. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to miss no names. I ain't going to shout none of that. But all my Atlanta chapter Grammy people, you know what I'm saying? My dynamic producer fam. All my producers down that way I connected with, my homegirl, Rochelle High 16, all the artists I done connected with. Blizzard, man. Hey, Blizzard, man, this boy here, he named the radio station the right thing. The dude is 100, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real talk. And, you know, kind of like we touched on earlier, man, it's about where you meet people. Networking, Casey said, join the Grammy so you can network on a different level. That's how y'all got the MICC right now. It's because of a Grammy event that he showed up at, that I showed up at.
Right.
We end up together, and now we got the mic. You know what I'm saying? K-100 Radio, man, just like that.
Absolutely, man. All right, appreciate everybody for rocking with us
so
over
this
here.
Stuff,
on K-100 Radio.
Man. Good deal, man. Y'all hold it down out there, man. ATL, Nashville, I'm back. Holler at your boy. We in here. Yes, sir.
Right. We up against the clock right now. It's coming up on 10 o'clock, so I appreciate everybody for rocking with us. Please hang around. Download our mobile app and check out the music, man. Rock with the music. I mean, like I hear y'all complaining all the time about, the rotation on FM and blah, 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 and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just like, have you ever checked out the rotation over on K-100 Radio? Rock with it. I mean, you're going to hear some stuff you ain't never heard, obviously. We specialize in independent music, and we play the music that you haven't, heard, but we play some of the hits and some of the stuff that you're familiar with, too, as well. So check us out. You know what I'm saying? Throw the app on, throw it on your Bluetooth or whatever. Or when you at the gym working out, and when you just riding around and you want to try something different, you know what I'm saying? Get our app. It's free. We got them for the iPhone and the Android. All right. And plays in the background. You feel what I'm saying? Doesn't eat up a shitload of data. You know what I mean? Or if you are a TuneIn Radio user, by all means, rock with us over there on TuneIn Radio. Because we're just type in K100 Radio. Always put the dash. It's easier for us to find. We'll come right up to the top. Just put in K-100. If you put the dash in there, we'll show up on every platform. Easy. YouTube, SoundCloud, whatever. Just put the K-100 radio the way it's literally spelled, and we'll be able to you'll be able to find us really easy. So I appreciate everybody for working with us, man. This was a great MICC music industry conference call. Tomorrow, 90 seconds. Oh my bad, I forgot to turn off the that. Tomorrow we got some direct line interviews coming up. So from 5 to 7, we got 2 more hours on K100 Radio tomorrow. 5 to 7, we got direct line interviews. We got one coming up at 7 o'clock with 7A Dun. And then at 5 o'clock with 7A Dun. 5:30 Voorhees. Those are 2 artists. And then we got 2 authors. The homie Laylo just wrote a new book. And then DJ Sunflower, homegirl DJ Sunflower, she just wrote a new book about domestic abuse. Those guys are coming up at 6 and 6:30. So tomorrow from 5 to 7, all right, we got a whole round of direct line interviews. I hope you guys can tune in, check out some of this music, check out some of what these authors have to say about their books and their personal experiences. That's tomorrow right here on the same Facebook channel, same IG channel, all right? Or you can listen to it on the mobile app on K100 Radio. I appreciate everybody for rocking with us, man. We out of here.
You are tuned to the K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B. The hottest hip hop and R&B mixes on K100 Radio.
I go by the name of Mike Smith. I'm from Miami, Florida, and I just signed a Slip and Slide record. You know we putting on for Dade County. Proud